Hey everyone, it's me, Belko. I wanted to make this video real quick just to show how to knife El Gigante. And at the start of the fight, I run up and I slash him twice. You can go for a third time, but it's a bit risky. However, it really just depends on how you feel about dodging. Now, if you notice, I kind of stay close by that fire pit. And the reason why is because you seem to be completely invincible while you're around it. But you do need to still take precautions because, you see, the goal when you're fighting El Gigante with the knife is to get him to do that little hammer fist move right there. The one that has a really slow recovery, because you can get a good 5 to 6 knife slices in on him. And allows you to rack up some damage pretty quickly. And as you see right then and there, you're able to knife him still as he's lying down like that. And you're able to climb on him and attack the parasite for more damage. So what's interesting is that I figured this out in the GameCube version of the game, which it's a lot harder to knife this enemy, mostly because all the bosses, including like certain enemies, like standard enemies, have higher HP and the GameCube version. Now it's kind of safer to stay on that side of the pit where I am, and if you just stay behind it, and you have it to where he's always going to be on the opposite side of you. He will always do that hammer fist. It's very consistent. It's a very nice slow move that allows you to jump in and get some good knife strikes in. And if you notice, as I'm knifing him, I kind of tilt to the right, which allows me to face the fire pit even more and run up. This is right here, the area where you see me finish him off. Now, as far as approaching this method, it took a lot of trial of error. I did figure it out quite some years ago, but now I'm able to really showcase it in a proper manner, so to speak. But I will say that it's very useful. So go ahead and feel free to try it. Now, like I said, you definitely want to start off by getting those at least 2 to 3 knife strikes in the beginning, and you want to stay on your right side, but you want to hug the wall as much as you can. Because when you do that, he will do a 180 turn and swing his fist, and if you were within a certain distance, he will knock the shit out of you and do some heavy damage. But you definitely want to try to get him on the opposite side of you when you're on the fire pit. You can go ahead, you can actually retry the checkpoint, and it'll always start you off at the beginning with those 2 barrels right there. The barrel on the left that you knife will always have a green herb, so that's definitely important information. But the right barrel spawns something completely random. It might be money. Sometimes I'll get a flash grenade. It really all just depends. This was done on professional mode. And the thing is, like I said, the game is slightly easier than the GameCube predecessor. Like every version of Resident Evil 4 since the GameCube version was the PS2 port, so to speak, to where the gameplay was just easier. It was easier to get kills and do heavy damage. But that pretty much about covers it. I am actually going to be showing how to knife different bosses in a game. I thought it'd be fun to make a video to showcase different knife strategies and different things that you can take on with just your knife, especially if you're running through a professional and you're not doing so well. These are very safe, very conservative methods that allow you to save your ammo. And such, and that's pretty much all there is to it. But like I said, it's kind of hard. Like, you will have a lot of trial and error to try the method I was using, but once you get it down, you'll get it down. And also, when he throws the rocks at you, if you're hiding behind the fire pit, it will actually block the rock and you won't take any damage. If he just comes down with one arm, I wouldn't recommend going in for any knife strikes, because you'll only probably have enough time to do 2. And by the time you're recovering from your second swing animation, he would generally grab you. So if you notice, I'm also kind of including the footage from Krauser. Thought that it was pretty fun. I think it's pretty hilarious that Krauser can be taken down with a knife so quickly, like legitimately within like 10-15 seconds. I did mess up in the Leon part because if you notice, when I was knifing him in Leon, I kept hitting his arm and it deflects the knife. He takes no damage from that, and I had to pretty much dodge. I was like, oh, I might as well just do it, because you know, you just kind of run in. You want him to like do the like the little double roundhouse kick. That's usually the best attack to like bait so you can run in after the second animation, because the active frames are not out anymore. Of course, the same method works with Ada, as you can see in the video. So hope you guys enjoy it, and much love everyone, and have fun. So thanks for watching, and stay awesome.
That's a large thing you have there. But I don't like it when men play rough.